in the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology space. Good morning, Mr. Alex, and welcome to the program. Are you there, Mr. Alex? Okay, moving on. I also have Prince Ozioma Wankwo, digital chief, a thought leader, an instructor, and of course, an expert in digital finance, blockchain, and of course, cryptocurrency generally. Good morning, digital chief, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, moderator. Good morning, audience, and good morning, DGM. Happy to be here once again.
Of course, pleasure is ours. I also have Surveyor Ifeanyi Iwuchukwu, an expert in financial regulations, and of course, a thought leader in the cryptocurrency and DeFi space. Good morning, Mr. Ifeanyi, and welcome to the program. All right, it looks like it's just digital chief who is here with us right now.
Can you hear me? Good morning.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, sir. Sorry, just some technical issue.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, we are going to explore the various aspects of decentralized finance, cryptocurrency safety, and explore how DeFi is reshaping the global economy. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, let me start with you, digital chief. I mean, we've been hearing of DeFi. I mean, it's sounding like some bogus term. A lot of people do not understand what DeFi is actually. So, to start with you, what is DeFi? In a layman's understanding, what is DeFi?
Okay, good morning once again. DeFi, as it's called, decentralized finance, is a common word in the crypto space with the advent of Bitcoin being the #1 digital asset. Now, the word decentralization is the opposite of centralization. Centralization is a situation where the control of the financial services of a nation or the global space in the economy is under the control of a few individuals, maybe the government of the nation or the owners of the financial institutions. That's centralization. Any individuals, the society, the members of the society doesn't have a say when it comes to minting and printing of their currency. That when the government is the final say and controls finance, that's centralization. Now, if you look at the global economy and the advent of technology in the global space, you discover that every aspect of the global economy is tilting towards decentralization, inclusivity, and participation from all leaders of thought in the industry. So the proponents of blockchain and cryptocurrency sought that the financial system of the world should be decentralized, where everyone will have opportunity to participate in the creation of cryptocurrencies that will be used for buying and selling and cross-border payments. So decentralization is practically the opposite of centralized finance.
Wow. Of course, thank you very much for that explanation. I'm sure a lot of people who didn't know what DeFi was, with that explanation, they now understand what we are dealing with. Now, moving to you now to Prince Surveyor Ifeanyi Iwuchukwu. Let me ask you now, there's been a lot of talk about various coins, shitcoin, meme coin, and altcoin. I don't know how they relate to DeFi because I'm not an expert in that industry. Could you explain the difference and the relationship between these types of coins?
Okay, thank you very much once again. Okay, about talking about this DeFi and these shit coins, meme coins, and altcoins. You want to know the difference. So
Yes.
I will start by these coins can be called, in other words, cryptocurrencies.
Leverage is. Can you turn on your camera?
I'm sorry, I'm having a technical issue on that. I'm sorry. That's the challenge I've been having. I would have loved to, but at the moment, I'm finding it difficult. So, but notwithstanding, I could still communicate. And
Well, it's okay. We'll have to like manage for today. So fire on.
all right. So, shit coins, meme coins, and altcoins. These are all a kind of cryptocurrencies. And when you are talking about the difference, uh, I want to first of all say that every coin apart from Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is it's something that happened that tried to solve the issue of finance in a decentralized way, whereby holders or people who are making use of it do not have to depend on the commercial or what we know the banking systems and all the disadvantages we know that comes with it in terms of middleman, in terms of some kind of regulations and all that. So Bitcoin being the first cryptocurrency is regarded as the coin, but any other coin aside Bitcoin is regarded as altcoin. So yeah, so the altcoin, meme coin, and shit coins are all altcoins. They're all altcoins. Now, then in between the meme coin and the shit coin, there's a thin margin. There's a thin margin. They may have so many things, similarity in terms of not having value, because both the meme coin and the shit coins do not have inherent value. All right. So, but there's a thin difference. There's a thin difference. The shit coins mostly for what we call in the crypto space a pump and dump. Or let me use a more language for a layman. For those that are this something like Ponzi schemes, they say a Ponzi scheme whereby it didn't really have stuff. But I'm not saying it's a Ponzi scheme. I'm just giving that to refer to it. That's what shit coins. But when it comes to meme coins were inspired by jokes. It started by all a joke. It jokes by some celebrities, and you see them bring up like maybe a dog, someone who lost a dog, or someone just anything of a joke, and they come up with meme coins. Meme coin. Now there is something about meme coins that that we should look out for. In as much as these meme coins do not have value, but there are things you need to look out for to avoid risk. To avoid risk. So these meme coins, most of them that are backed up by celebrities and all that, seems to have more a better backing in this space than this. So that's the difference. I don't think. Let me not expand on that. So meme coin, shit coins, and altcoins are. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Leverage, for that explanation. Personally, of course, I pick the differences in between all of these variations of cryptocurrencies and coin generally. Now, let me come back to you, Digital Chief. How does DeFi differ from traditional finance in terms of accessibility and control? What is the difference between DeFi, the decentralized finance, and then traditional finance? The main difference is here, Digital Chief.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to put my camera on landscape, but it's giving me challenge. Please, could you come back with the question?
So, turn on your camera then.
I've been struggling to turn it, but it's not rotating.
Just leave it the way it is. Let's just proceed for now. But if you're able to do it, then fine. Okay.
Is it okay now?
No, just turn it again. Well, you are sideways. The view from my end is that you're faced sideways.
Really?
We can just continue, and then probably before the next question gets to you, you must have sorted out that situation. So I'll come back with my question again. So I'm asking, how does DeFi differ from traditional finance in terms of accessibility and control?
How does DeFi differ from traditional finance?
Yes.
Okay, basically, number one difference is that DeFi is decentralized, which removes control from the hands of centralized institutions. Control and regulation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your camera is turned off.
I don't know what is wrong with the... The camera is on, right?
Yeah, it is. Please go on.
Well, it's obvious that the centralized systems of the world has been a challenge to make the development of the economy of some nations. And I believe that's why the proponents of come up with a currency that will not be under the control of centralized systems. And this has been an issue in global finance today that is causing a lot of problems in the crypto space. You could see over the years that most nations has been working against cryptocurrency, but when they discovered that decentralization cannot be stopped, they began to do the path of accepting blockchain and cryptocurrency. Whether it's decentralization is applicable to election, real estate, finance, and the rest of them, you will discover that the bottleneck behind development of some nations is as a result of centralization of governance of the financial system of most nations. So, but with decentralization, the economy of the world is open to cross-border payments without hassles and delays. So middlemen are involved in centralized finance. That's why most times when you make a transfer of cash from one customer to the other, it passes through 3 stages. The money leaves your account, hits your own bank account. Your bank gives approval for the money to get interswitched, sends it to the receiver's bank account. before the receiver gets access. But with blockchain, transfers are easy. It moves from the person to the other person. That's why most of the transactions in blockchain is called P2P. Now, again, in centralized finance, people don't have control of their money. The centralized institution controls people's money. Now, but decentralization have made money to become an asset that appreciates in value as against the fiat system under centralized finance that only depreciates. For example, looking at the economy of the third world countries like Nigeria, where inflation is on the roof, whereas in decentralized finance, you see the assets fluctuate most times in upward direction. But the fiat currencies doesn't fluctuate, it rather depreciates consistently as the economy of the world advances. So the major difference between centralized finance and decentralized finance is that in centralized finance, your money is not an asset. Your money only depreciates. You are not in control of your money. Once it leaves your hand or your pocket and gets into the bank does what they like with your money without your consent. But in decentralized finance, your money is an asset, number one. It belongs to you, it becomes your property. Nobody gets access to your money without your consent and all that. So this way, the proponents of decentralized finance have achieved three things in my own understanding, which is making money a personal property, an asset, and a store of value as against in centralized finance. I guess this has answered the question you asked.
Yeah, that's very well explained. Thank you
You
very
want me
much
to
for that
repeat the
explanation.
I can repeat the points.
Yeah. I got you. And
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
hoping that members of our audience also got you very well. Got your explanation. Yeah. Now let me come back to you, Surveyor Ifeanyi Chukwu. Leverage. I know we've been talking about DeFi, but let's bring our audience up. Let's bring them up to speed before we start going into the deeper parts of all of this. Let's start with wallets, cryptocurrencies. How can one who wants to go into cryptocurrency, how can I buy and store cryptocurrency? What is the difference between a crypto wallet, an exchange, and how can people protect themselves from crypto scam? Because these are the main issues today in the world of cryptocurrencies. Leverage, can you take on these three questions quickly and dissect it for our audience?
Okay, you're asking about one, how to buy cryptocurrencies.
How to buy and store. And then what is the difference between a crypto wallet and an exchange? And how can people protect themselves from cryptocurrency scams?
Okay, let me take it one after the other. The first one is how to buy cryptocurrencies. Okay, if you want to buy cryptocurrencies, you either buy from a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange. Centralized exchanges, our big examples are like the top one or tier is like the Binance. You have the OKX and so on. Decentralized exchanges, you have Uniswap and Pancake Swap and all that. So, but there's something different in this decentralized exchange. For you to buy in a centralized exchange, you need to first of all pass your KYC, submit your document with this exchange. They have your detail, and if you are buying, your identity is known. But when you are buying from a decentralized exchange, your name or your face is not shown, but your address, which the wallet in which you are using to buy is known. So that is how to buy crypto. Now, I don't know if that answers it or you need more elaboration.
A beginner could need more explanations. In fact, can you explain that a little further?
Okay. Let me say I have. Let me start with the centralized exchange for a beginner. I have, like, I'm a Nigerian. I want to buy cryptocurrency. I go into Binance, for example. I register in Binance.com. I put in my documents and I'm certified, verified. After that, I want to use my Naira to buy a cryptocurrency. So first of all, there are two ways: either a P2P merchant, which is where you meet a fellow Nigerians. You buy, you pay to the account, they give you the cryptocurrency in which you want to buy, or you buy through your card, through the platform. But because of what's going on in the country, the buying through your bank cards are suspended. So you buy through a P2P, whereby you meet merchants. So when you put in the value of which currency you want to buy, they give you the amount, you pay to their bank, they confirm, it stands as a middleman, so no one can cheat each other. So when you pay, you confirm, and the person receives and say you confirm, the exchange automatically releases that asset for you, not even the person anymore. So that is buying on a centralized exchange. But if you are buying with a decentralized exchange, you fund your decentralized wallet, which comes to the second question you asked me, the DEX wallet and buying to hold. So you either hold in a centralized wallet or a decentralized wallet. Like the former speaker already explained what a decentralization means. So when you are buying from it with a decentralized wallet, is a wallet that is so controlled by you. When decentralized means there's no middleman, you are your banker, you are the signatory and everything. So you fund that wallet with a cryptocurrency, and through that wallet, you find a provision where there's a browser, or then you type in the site of which, let me take, for example, I want to buy a currency on the Ethereum network. I'll go to my wallets, whether my examples of a DEX wallet, my Trust wallet, MetaMask wallet, Web3 wallets, they are all DEX wallets, where you have your seed phrase, you store them. Those your seed phrase are your passcode to your wallets. Now I go there, I type uniswap.com. So it takes me to Uniswap app, and I'll use the fund in my wallet to buy, and directly it comes to me without any middleman. I only pay what we call gas fee, which are charge fees to these networks. So that is how to buy. Then talking about dodging securities in terms of avoiding scams in purchasing of coin or holding your coins. So you can hold your coin in a hot wallet or a cold wallet. Now, when you say hot wallet, a hot wallet is a wallet that can have access to online. It has access to online. So whether it's still decentralized or not, it still has access to online. But when you have a cold wallet, it doesn't have access to. So it's more recommended to store your wallet in a cold storage or a cold wallet where it doesn't have access to the internet. But be that as it may, even if you want to store your wallet or your asset in it, you make sure clicking of links, you do not know the sources, or connecting your wallet to sites that are unverified. Unverified sites do not connect, because once you connect your wallet, a hacker could mischievously take everything you have in your wallet. So it's safe. So to sum it up, I would say it's safe to store your wallet in a cold storage, your assets, sorry, in a cold storage. But if you're storing in a hot wallet, sure you don't use those wallets connecting to sites that are not verifiable. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful explanation. Now, moving over to you, Digital Chief. Our focus today is on DeFi, of course. So let me ask you again. There's a lot. Could you explain what a DAO is? It DAO? I don't know how that is pronounced right now. DAO. The different types of DAOs that DeFi space.
Okay, DAO.
Digital Chief.
DAO. Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Did I get that
Can you hear
pronunciation correctly?
DAO. 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 DAO.
DAO. I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, good. Now, it's called
Yes.
Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. In the DeFi ecosystem, there is what is called decentralized autonomous organization, meaning congregation of people from diverse areas of life and nations coming together in one organization. Let me give you an example. We are on this chat or TV show now. I've not met you for once, but we are relating to expose this knowledge to the world. This can be said to be an organization, decentralized. Decentralization means people can have control of what they want to go into. And no, there is no centralized control. Everybody's opinion matters. So DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. It can be found in blockchain, where you have, for instance, there is a project that is called Core Blockchain. The Core DAO is a conglomerate of individuals from every nation of the world who came together to build a currency for themselves. The last time we had this chat, I said that in the old days, people agreed to use whatever they liked as a means of exchange. So in today's world, technology has made it so simple that people from different nations can come together and bring up a digital code and make it their currency. So that's what you see in decentralized finance. People going back to the old days and copying what is practiced then and using technology to put it together for the world to profit from it, as against national controls of finances. In decentralized autonomous organizations, somebody can relate with another person in Russia, in Kenya, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in an organization, and they will take whatever they minted as their means of exchange. That's what DAO means. There is no national barrier in the organization. People from diverse areas of life from different nations can come together in an organization, working together for the common good of their participants, even when they don't know each other and there is no centralized control of whatever they do. They have governance tokens as a means of deciding what happens in their ecosystem, in the organization rather. So it is borderless. The decent DAO is borderless. It's not under the control of any national government. It is not under the control of any financial institution, but it's an organization made up of people from different aspects of life, people from different nations, working for the common good of the organization. Even though they don't know each other, they've not met, using smart contracts to bind the activities of the organization. If that explains your question, we can move on. Otherwise, I'll throw more light to it.
Yeah, it explains it, but it explains it. But if you could expatiate more are there different types of DAOs? And I mean, just so that someone who is new to this space can actually understand the nature and of how it works.
The common example I want to give here is Core DAO. Is a blockchain project that is decentralized and people can participate in it from every part of the world. Almost all DeFi projects are DAO ecosystems because Bitcoin can also be said to be a decentralized autonomous organization because people from different nations participate in the use of Bitcoin as a means of exchange. And they exchange these assets from one person to the other, from one wallet to the other, even when they are not under the control of any centralized system. So they relate with each other. Most times, most of the DAO organizations operate their ecosystem on Telegram. They create a Telegram group where every of their currency users go to gather information about the organization. Now that's why it's called Decentralized Autonomous Organization, DAO.
All right. Thank you very much for that explanation. Now, I'll have to go back to leverage. Prince Surveyor Ifeanyi, sorry.
Yes, sir.
What are the main risks associated with decentralized finance, and how can these risks be mitigated?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Did you get my question?
No, I didn't get that.
So I'm asking, what are the main risks associated with DeFi? You know, there, as with everything that is good, there are always the good sides and the bad sides. What are the main risks associated with DeFi, and how?
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Did you get my question?
Your voice was cracking up a little bit, but I think I deduced that you were asking about risks you have in DeFi.
Yes, and how can they be mitigated?
Okay, just like every other industry, there's a risk attached to it, like you raised today. And so it is with financing, whether it's a centralized or decentralized financing. So, but when it comes to decentralized financing, I think just like I explained before, I think most of the risk are associated with a self management. Self-management in the sense that because it's decentralized and there is no KYCs and all that, the holders or the players in this field ought to be cautious in terms of signing, because all these things work with the smart contract. And when a smart contract is approved, there's no going back. So when you are using your wallet to go into any DEX institution, you should be very much verified that what you are signing in your wallet for is secured. So you don't sign up on a random site or random links, because once your wallet get compromised, there is no bank you could call or a middleman you could call to say, sorry, it's a fraud, stop the transaction. It doesn't work that way. In a commercial bank, if you notice like a false debit, you could call your bank officer. So say, please stop that transaction. But when it's decentralized, you are your own manager. So it'll be very, very security. The security's bulk is on you to verify and re-verify before going into contract approval with your DEX wallets. I think that is the major, the most part of it in mitigating or or try to stop the risk involved in it.
Okay, very much, of course. But quickly again, how do smart contracts in DeFi work?
Okay, smart contracts is a coded is encrypted code that approves that approves transaction without anybody upon the approval of the holder, the transaction goes through. So a smart contract is an encrypted code in any block. In any block, let me say I need to buy. What do I use to illustrate this now? Let me say I need to. I go to a commercial bank so that people could quickly understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, I go to a bank and I'm trying to send money to somebody, and I type in. I fill the bank teller. I fill the deposit slip or whatever slip they gave to me, and I give to the banker. It is the banker who needs to re-verify and assess that and click send for it to go. But and could stop that. But in a smart contract, you do not need a middleman. Once the codes are encrypted, okay, once you are approved with your wallet, that smart contract takes that asset to the person without being able to alter it anymore. So once it's approved, the smart contract serves as that middleman that completes that transaction seamlessly for you. So that is what decentralized smart contract, that is how they operate. Did I get you, or do you still needed something on that?
Okay. So you are saying it works like sort of there's a relation to it with it to the traditional banking system.
Yes, but this time around is an encrypted code that does these things automatically without anybody being able to reverse. Or let me give you an illustration with let me give you a typical illustration of a smart contract. Okay, I typed up a code and I said, whoever likes this, let me say in my Twitter, in my X, I said, whoever gives a like, I've encrypted a smart contract. Whoever likes this gets 1 Bitcoin. And people connect their wallet to it. Immediately they like that post, automatically the smart contract takes 1 BTC from my account to their own without me being able to stop it or alter it. Once it's renounced, and I have to state something clear again. A smart contract ought to be renounced for it to be fully certified 100%. Because if it's not renounced, there could be tampered. But once it's 100% renounced and encrypted, once they like that post, automatically the smart contract approves that BTC from my wallet to their wallet, and without me being able to stop it. So that's our smart contract.
Thank you very much. Of course, I have more questions regarding this, but let me go back to Digital Chief again and quickly get his opinion on this. Digital Chief, in your opinion, which is more profitable in the long term, meme coins or traditional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and which is less risky when considering investing?
Okay. The answer to this question can vary depending on the individual investor, because meme coins practically are coins that doesn't have utility per se, or doesn't have a use case, but is adopted by the community as their currency. Most times, we've seen meme coins do as much as a million percent in appreciation in value, some 100,000%, some 10,000%. So in a scenario where an investor wants to multiply money up to 1,000x, that's 1 million%, you will see that most meme coins tend to generate more return on investment than the established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, depending on market capitalization. Let me give you a practical example. If you invest $1,000 in Bitcoin as it is now, as the price is now, for that $1,000 to appreciate to $2,000 means the market capitalization of Bitcoin will have doubled. If Bitcoin is 56,000 and you buy a fraction of it with $1,000, you need Bitcoin to become $112,000 for your $1,000 to double. But in meme coins, you could see a coin that have a market cap within $10,000 and $100,000 and have the potential to appreciate to $1 million market cap. If you put $1,000 in them, they could give you $100,000 as return on investment if it does 100x, which is most times very not possible with established cryptocurrencies. So in as much as this is possible, it is riskier to lose money in those meme coins than it is with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin have huge liquidity and huge market cap as against the meme coins. But for those who want to multiply money faster, meme coin, in as much as I also advise them to be careful and make their own proper research, like my colleague will call it due diligence. Otherwise, for a newbie that want to multiply funds, with every research done, meme coins are most times more profitable than established cryptocurrencies, with the example given.
In the long term. So you're saying in the long term, if someone, yeah.
In the long term, like I said, it all
Can you hear
depends
me?
on what. Yes, I can hear you. In the long term, coins
network glitch.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, digital. I think like the host network is an issue. So
yes. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can anybody hear me from the audience?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. The host network.
Yeah, the host network is or maybe we can still go.
If the audience can hear me, let me give you an example that happened.
Can everyone hear him?
Yes, we can hear him. We can hear him.
So please continue.
Okay, the example I want to give is what happened between 2020 and 2021 during the COVID period. A particular coin which came out as a meme called Shiba Inu. We saw as little as $1,000 invested in Shiba Inu produce millions of dollars, far and against what was invested in Bitcoin. So in the long run, depending on what an investor wants, meme coins can generate more profits than Bitcoin because the capitalization of Bitcoin is already huge. Most meme coins have low market cap and have the potential to grow. A meme coin could be listed with a market cap of $100,000. By the time it goes to $1 million, it's 10x. I mean, $1 million market cap. It has given the investor 10 times his capital already. Now, but with Bitcoin, for Bitcoin to give you a return on investment of 10x, that's 10 times your capital. That means Bitcoin would be running towards $560,000 per unit. I don't know if you get my explanation.
Yeah, I get you.
So, but with meme coins that come out that are listed in the exchanges with a market capitalization of about $10,000 or $100,000, by the time the market capitalization hits $1 million or $1 billion, the person would have gotten 10 times his capital or 100 times his capital, which is practically at the moment not very possible with Bitcoin. Because for Bitcoin to generate such return on investment, that means the price would have doubled or would have done 10 times the value of Bitcoin. And with the current value of Bitcoin at $56,000, you would need $560,000 per unit of Bitcoin to have $1,000 become $10,000. Whereas in most meme coins, it is possible within months or in a year time. If you can hear me, I think that analysis would help anybody decide where to put his money. But my advice is, if you are risk averse, if you are not comfortable with taking big risk, you could just go for the established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, because of their established use cases. But if you want to take, they say the bigger the risk, the higher the chances of making good income. So for me, as an individual, I look out for those meme coins to make good returns on my investments. Then I will move them to Bitcoin for safekeeping, which is less riskier in the long run. Is anybody in the audience have question to ask?
Yes, I heard you loud.
While we wait for the host to fix the challenge.
I heard you loud and clear. Maybe we will interact before the host comes back. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I would like to quickly ask a question.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. With regards to the discussion between choice of investment, whether Bitcoin or meme coins, which one is more profitable? If you are to mentor somebody with low capital, does the amount of money I have determine which one is advisable I venture into? Like, for example, somebody with $100 coming to ask, what should he do? And somebody with $1 million coming to ask, what should he do? With the advice you will give, will it be different in both cases?
Definitely, yes. Now, it also depends on the person's desire. If I have $1 million today, I would rather put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum, because for me to grow up to that $1 million means I have investments here and there. So I wouldn't risk my money carelessly compared to somebody that is coming up with $100. The desire to become financially free is much. So if I have $100 and I see a meme coin that is reliable, I would rather put it in that meme coin and grow. It's just like you going to do some menial jobs, and now while you are looking for the good job that will be sustainable for your finances. So in financial building, when you want to build your finances, it would be better you go for high return on investment coins, like meme coins. There are some meme coins that you can buy today, in a week's time or a month's time, you would have doubled your capital or got 10x or 100x from them. Like Grumpy, as a coin called Grumpy, Donald's Grumpy. That coin is capable of giving anybody 1,000x on or before this election or within the election, US election period. So such coin, if I have $100, I will buy that coin and hold it till November or December period. And there is no way that $100 wouldn't get me $10,000. But if I put the same $100 in Bitcoin, it would take the doubling of Bitcoin price, unit price, for the $10 to become $200. So this way you would see why it's important for somebody to do good analysis of meme coins and select which one to invest in if you have low capital. But when you are made and you have millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, the best place to put your money is Bitcoin or Ethereum. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you very much. That answers my question. I would like to also ask a question. This particular question can, bring diverse opinions. So I would like the three speakers to give their honest response on this question. If I'm to invest, and I'm, divided between the opinion of investing either in gold or in Bitcoin, which one would you advise?
My honest advice from what is happening in the global economy, I would advise the person to invest in Bitcoin. Because from the inception of Bitcoin and in comparison with the appreciation of in value of gold, you will see that Bitcoin have done extensively well, far and against what gold have done. And with the global economy tilting towards digitalization, you will see that Bitcoin is going to do more than gold can do. But if it's somebody that is risk averse, even with that risk issue, you could see that Bitcoin have more potential to bring high return on investment than gold. And from the publications of most prominent financial industries or financial firms, many of them are advising people to, like the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, who is a prominent figure when it comes to discussing finance. He will tell you to invest more in Bitcoin than you would invest in gold. And again, if you look at where the world billionaires are tilting their investment to, it will also guide you to know where to put your funds. Because almost the likes of Elon Musk is fully involved in cryptocurrency investments and blockchain. PayPal, a giant payment platform, online payment platform, is also have their own coin. So this would tell anybody that cryptocurrency is the way to go.
Okay, just in support of my colleague's answer, which he did brilliantly, also tend to support his decision or his analysis of saying he will go for Bitcoin rather than gold. Now, let's take it a little bit back to how money started. All right. Now, gold and silver at the time were used for transactions, but as a long run, started to jettison the use of gold and silver for transaction for some reasons. some of these reasons for being able to carry around is stressful. And compared to Bitcoin, which has far reach, which can provide a far reach and a seamless transaction compared to gold, whereby people transaction, it will be far seamless and less stressful to use Bitcoin for such transactions, irrespective whether they may be of same value, though they are not, but assuming but not considering that they are of same value, it will be easier for you to transact with Bitcoin, pay for goods and services, than when you are dealing with gold, because it has a far reach. And just like he said, if you look at when Bitcoin began as at 2009, you will notice that it has so much surpassed what gold. Gold, as I think, is as old as the earth is. But Bitcoin is just a newborn baby of 2009. But if you look at the capitalization, you know that there are much people driving towards that based on durability, based on accessibility, based on risk management. Because if you are carrying some tons of gold across the country, you are going to even pay so much to carry that gold across to make for the payment, because there are so much risk involved. All right. If people know that you are carrying gold, even your life is at risk. But it's not as safe as Bitcoin. You could go with Bitcoin in your wallet without nobody knowing you had. So I support my colleagues' stance on going for Bitcoin rather than gold.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, for your contributions. I had kind of a technical glitch, but I'm back again. Thank you, everyone, for carrying on with the program, Digital Chief and
Thank you.
Leverage.
You're
and of
welcome.
course, Mr. Ifeshola for the questions you've asked. Now, let's proceed. We are running out of time. Just to conclude the program, quickly, Digital Chief.
Yeah.
How do you see decentralized finance impacting the global economy in the next few years? Just quickly before we round up, what is the future of decentralized finance in the next few years?
Okay. Blockchain being a decentralized ledger technology and making the waves in the global economy. It's obvious, practically obvious that
Digital Chief.
decentralized technology. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We have to end.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It looks as if the anchor person is not hearing me.
Yeah, I can hear you. He seems to be having a very poor network today.
I would suggest you go ahead and answer the question.
Okay. With the advancement in technology, robotics, and AI, everybody will tilt towards borderless payment infrastructures that are not under the control of some individuals that control the finances of nation. Because people are tilting towards decentralization. And again, if you notice the kind of payment bottlenecks you experience when you want to make money transfers from one nation to the other, you discover that using cryptocurrencies for payment is much far easier and seamless, because if I have to send $1 million to anybody in any part of the world, I can do it from my room, I can do it from anywhere, and the money gets to the other person in micro milliseconds, as against what is obtainable in centralized finance. So with these points, you will agree with me that as the world embraces technology, robotics, and AI, They will prefer a payment that is seamless than payment that have middlemen that can challenge the source of finance before they make transfers. So definitely, decentralized finance will become the mainstream financial system in the world sooner or later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Digital Chief, for that explanation. Leverage, in your final words, let me ask you, what are the key innovations in DeFi that will likely drive mass adoption in the next few years?
The key that are in DeFi that will drive adoption in the next few years, I think my colleague just
likely drive mass adoption across several sectors in the next few years.
Just for the fact that it's decentralized and autonomous, like it's autonomous, is not owned or controlled by anybody alone, makes it independent. And people would like to tend to drive towards an independent organization that could be rolled up with so much control by the government and all that. So being in a decentralized economy system alone is more than enough reason, in my opinion, and the way the trends are going, to push for a mass adoption of decentralized. So to me, I think this point alone is a very strong one going into the future.
All right. Thank you very much, Surveyor Ifeanyi Chukwuiwuchukwu, aka Leverage, and of course, Digital Chief, for joining us this morning on the program. Again, I want to apologize to everyone for the technical glitches we've had this morning. The network has been unstable this morning, unfortunately, and it has messed with the flow and progress of our program. Sorry about that inconvenience, of course. Now, to conclude, it's clear that decentralized finance is reshaping the financial sector in ways that is unimaginable. However, as with any investment, especially in the world of cryptocurrencies, there are risks involved, and we must remind and continue to inform the viewers that this discussion does not constitute any form of financial advice. If you want to go into cryptocurrency on your own terms after making your own research. You are always responsible for whatever decision you choose to make. Stay informed as you make your decision. Thank you to our guests this morning, Digital Chief and Leverage, Mr. Feshola, of course, and to everyone who has joined the program this morning. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. And join us next week, same time, as we continue to discuss cryptocurrencies in this ever-evolving world.
All right. Thank you.
Until next week, gentlemen, stay informed and stay safe. Good morning.
Good morning and have a great day.
Good morning, all.
Everyone. Goodbye.
You too, sir. All right.
Thank you.